Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast. We take 1 week off and we add another puppy. That's Kai. Sniped got sniped. Yeah, welcome back to the podcast. Kai, how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's probably one of the funnier things that's happened in the last couple of months, I guess.
You getting a dog?
And now Snipe.
Well, we'll get into that, but I did want to say congratulations on getting a puppy. Big pain in the ass. Mine is currently dealing with diarrhea and biting the hell out of me. So enjoy the cute little potato stage while you can. I'm not sure how old your dog is actually, but
Rick might be dealing with diarrhea right now too.
You just do not want to talk about your dog. We will get to Snipe, I promise.
I just think it's funny.
Oh, it's amazing. Here. Fine. I will leave your personal life to you. That is fine. My name is Kai Petroselli. I live in Florida, and I am a Snipe mega bidder or whatever, super sniper. I don't even remember. So we took a week off. We were busy. Kai got a new puppy. I was busy with my dog. We missed. And I don't even mean to exaggerate this, Kai. We missed probably the funniest fucking story in the last year or two. I do not like Rip Propstein. And I mean this in all sincerity, truly believe he set Jewish people back 1,000 years. He is just not a good individual, even outside of scummy selling sports card practices. I do not trust this man in any way, shape, or form. And Snipe failing as it did, which anyone could have seen happening. Kai, the last podcast we did, we made fun of this as the biggest piece of dog shit. Guess what happened?
What? Do you know what day it was when the auctions ended?
It was about a week ago. I can check if you want to talk through. I don't want to pull up my emails here, but I won several items on Snipe.
Yeah, I had won a few things too. It's so funny that it's almost not funny.
So,
yeah.
As of recording, I guess I could show this. I mean, this is not bad information. So you can see here, the auction ended last week. So last Tuesday at time of recording, November 17th, these auctions were set to end. Now, I want to make this clear to someone and to everyone who's listening. Rick, in his infinite wisdom, $1 billion in sales, 15 years into hobby, selling sports cards. You launch a service. Great. That's awesome. You want to avoid eBay fees. You want to do your own thing. More power to you. I was going to buy on it because I expected steals and snipes. That's kind of what happened. Now, Kai, we already know the answer here. If you're going to launch a beta for a service, don't you think you start with 100 items? 500 maybe. We do a stress test. It's kind of the point of a beta. Rick did 27,000 listings, ending on the same night. And we'll get to the showing side of things later. But I want you to understand, how fucking stupid are you, Rick, to think that would work? Let's ignore everything else for just 1 second here. How the fuck did you think that was going to go?
Yeah, 27. Dude, that's probably more items outside of eBay than on any particular auction house at any particular night, right?
I'm pulling up alt right now. I'm just making sure that there's no information that
because I know, for instance, Golden's typically around 1,000 to 2,000 for a weekly auction, I think.
Alt right now, and alt has been not through the gutter, but they had some highs and lows over the last couple of years, but they've refined themselves and they are a reputable, great, place to do business. They have 4,600 items ending in a couple days. 4,600. That is 1/6 of how many items that you had, Rick, on Snipe on your first auction. What?
Yeah.
Now, there were some that could have ended a couple days after, a couple days, maybe not before, but even if you call it 20,000, even if you cut it in half to 13,000 ending on that first night, still 3 times more than alt. I mean, we can look at Golden's probably going to have a decent little weekly auction, so I'm curious to see what they have. Their weekly has can I get an exact number?
Should be right next to the checkbox at the top.
Well, I see category is sport and non-sport. So even this weekly has about 1,000. It looks like 1,000 items.
Yeah.
Gold's a little more refined. Gold's a little more of the gold standard. Ha ha ha! Get it? Gold, golden. I'm so fucking funny. Fanatics collect. So you have 1,000. You have 4,000.
Fanatics may have a good bit compared to those two. I'm not sure if it's going to give you a number on these. I guess you could do the math if you scroll down to how many pages there are.
So I see 1K plus results.
Yeah, I mean, you could scroll and see how many pages there are times 48 items per page.
So you have 50 pages times 48 is 2,000. Roughly. Do you have any more pages beyond that? Okay, so you have about 2,000 items here, give or take, with just quick math. What the fuck did you think was going to happen, you stupid asshole? I do not like you, and you do not do business well. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? And these are companies and businesses way larger than you that are now literally a startup that have years of experience doing this. What the fuck did you think was going to happen, you dumb asshole?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he brags about having all this experience with eBay and $1 billion in sales or whatever it is. And I mean, I just don't know how you can go into this not expecting this to happen. And we'll talk about the shilling, like you said, but like
that's way more egregious. It's just so. This is the part where I enjoy laughing at him because it is so clearly like Rick being so full of himself to think, oh yeah, I could do this. It's not a big deal. I can handle it. What? You need like 8 gigs of RAM, whatever. You need cloud server. What the fuck is a cloud?
What's interesting too is like I don't think anyone really knows exactly like the percentage of items that like he bought off people and like ran versus like stuff that
I guarantee you, just knowing how cheap Rick is, he just took items that were sent for eBay auction before he left eBay and said, "Now I'm gonna run it on Snype."
Well, people did go through. I don't know where it would be if we found it, but people did go through his eBay listings from the last month or so, and there was a bunch of stuff that he ran on eBay that was relisted on Snype that ended.
Well, this isn't spoiler, so Rick might go back to eBay. I found this while doing that research as well. Email by Rick himself. I had a bunch of cards. I requested to have all of them sent back to me. And this is what he said. We are in the middle of doing a deal with eBay. We already have your items pictured and described so you can post to eBay fairly quickly with your permission. Now, this is just one person on Reddit. I don't know if it's true or not. Whatever. I can't confirm that information. Oh, wow. Just confirmed as well. Okay, maybe this is actually happening. That is
what does that even mean, though? Like,
it means that Rick failed, and then maybe we'll get back to eBay and be like, "Daddy, eBay, please, I'm sorry."
Well, to me, it almost sounds like a deal with eBay, meaning eBay's investing into the website.
Maybe, but yeah, there was proof here that several items that Propsy had sold are now being relisted on Snype. So this is a Black Label Simplified Chinese Pikachu and Gengar. Looks like it sold for 10 grand before. Here's a Magic the Gathering card, Final Fantasy. Yep, there it is. Oh man, that one got over the eBay sale. Honey Bunny or whatever the fucking account was must have really put in a couple bids there. We'll get there. Charizard, yeah. So there's a lot of clear proof that there was, a lot of questionable things going on with Rick. What a shock. What a twist.
Questionable. This looks legit to me.
Yeah, legit. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got a bridge to sell you, Kai. You interested? Yeah. Rick's a loser. Not a shock. So going into this, you can maybe forgive the overassurance that you were going to crush it, and your overzealous mentality would have left memes and laughter. Oh, Rick bit off more than he can chew. This shit is not easy. LOL, whatever. But then you don't even get hacked. You literally leave an open API for people to look into your data. You fucking moron. You stupid asshole. So, people were able to gather data from people who were registered members of your site. And they got a lot of information. You got their information for their name, their emails, their addresses, their birthdates, and payment information, you stupid asshole. And then we found out that you were also shilling about 10,000 of the items. I believe, if I have the information correct, somewhere over here, there's Rick's bobblehead.
I have to give props to whoever he had shilling the items. I mean, that was no easy task. He probably bid on like 5,000 items that night.
As of yesterday, 7,400 listings were active and closed. 2,500 of them were influenced, for a total bid ceiling created of $2 million.
47,000 bids.
47,000 bids. And the Honey Bunny account, the email address is literally Rick's email at gmail.com.
12,000 bids on one account's insane.
Correct. Well, it's also Rick probably paying someone in like fucking India 5 cents an hour to just bid on his stuff. So
yeah. His industry reference was GFDGDG.
What's funny about that is that like I got PSA Al to be my reference, and that's the funny thing about this too. And I texted him after, I'm like, "Oh hey, can you be my reference for the site? Because like I'm sure you know who Rick is." He's like, "Yeah, no problem. Like happy to do it." And they approved me anyway. I could have just lied, and guess what? Everyone lied. Like it's just so funny. Like industry reference is just gibberish. Phone number probably just nothing. Frankly, it is so funny because I could have seen this happening 2 weeks ago, like just the auctions being a failure, but to see it be a failure and on top of it, information being stolen and you being caught for shilling auctions. Rick's a joke anyway, but like, my God, it's just so fucking funny. And it never will not be funny how spectacularly this failed.
Yeah, we're in the time of cards where people like kind of like policing this themselves and stuff. So I just find it super funny that he was so ignorant that people wouldn't look into this or find a way to like figure this out. And he didn't make it even hard either. It just was there.
This is legitimate fraud that like should be punishable by an arrest. Like
it's not even like small fraud either. Like we said, it was what, $2 million in fraud essentially.
Literally $2 million of quote unquote created value from fake comps with emails or information attached to Rick.
And then I'm assuming there's some legal issue as to your information just being there, right? I mean, that's a whole separate issue.
I can't speak to that. I don't know. But like, I think at a minimum, this is going to be like, maybe, I don't know, class action also makes sense, but like, they're going to, I hope they throw the book at him and like he gets charged with some kind of criminal, you know, he gets charged with something criminal. I mean, fraud, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is really bad. Now, there's a lot of proof behind it, and obviously Snype is not coming back. I imagine if it somehow does, Kai, I will be bidding on it. And I will be buying. No, I'm serious. I will too. I'll be buying on Snype because everything will be the biggest piece of dog shit. And other than Honey Bunny, who I will cross-reference this list of Rick's accounts and know which ones not to bid against. And I will steal things, snipe things at 40% comps because no one's going to want to ever use snipe.com ever again. It was the single worst sports card related site I've ever used in my entire life. And I remember saying that, and I was right on.
Yeah, it's funny because when something like this usually happens, we kind of talk about it, or you talk about it with your friends or whatever, in like a way of like, oh, like, wouldn't it be crazy if this was true? You know, like this happened, like maybe this happened, like, oh, wow. But we literally just like know this happened. Like everything's out there. It's not even like a conspiracy. Like the dude straight up just shilled. Like, what was the number? 47,000 bids or something?
It was 47,198 bids placed.
It's just hilarious. I mean, like, you can't even like argue that he didn't do it. Like,
it's clear as day. Now, one thing I will say that could be possible, because Rick is a stupid old man who does not get technology. I don't think Rick had a website for the longest period of time, by the way. And when he did create one, it was just to go promote Snype. it's entirely possible that like you could not have just one account associated with an email address because we have friends, Kai, who made not made Instagram accounts, made Snype accounts with quote unquote famous sports card people as their username, which is hilarious. So if you could do that and not have like vetting of that, which is obviously not like a big deal, it's an account name, who cares? Would it really shock me if Rick just said like, yeah, whatever, you can make it any email you want, who cares? And then and that this random person stole his information. No, it didn't happen, obviously, but like it's a funny thing to think about because it just makes Rick look even worse. And also, there were many Gary V accounts out there buying or trying to buy cards.
Yeah, I mean, there was just negative thought put into this idea, and like, I just feel like they saw it as like a get rich quick, easy thing. They save. I mean, the funniest part is, like, as with any other big eBay account, I can guarantee you Rick was paying like 2 to 5% in fees across the board compared to 13% or whatever most people pay. And the fact that he wanted to build out his own app and did it in such a terrible way to save 2% on most items is just so funny to me.
Well, the funny thing about this too is that there were actual investors in the business as well. I wonder if I can find where it said that Snype, based in New Jersey, has 35 employees. Maybe now it has 1 employee.
Yeah,
Three investors have joined Probstein.
If you quit your job to join Snype, I can't offer you anything, but I'm sorry.
3 investors have now joined Probstein, who says he owns 90% of the new company. So they bought 10% of the business, not 90. This is a very weird sounding sentence. So there were investors in this, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But holy fuck, this is just embarrassing.
I mean, something else we didn't really mention because it's kind of irrelevant to the point was like, when
also, hey, breaking news: Power seller Rick Probstein going back to eBay, released today. Oh my god, this is hilarious.
That's funny.
The platform closure arrives one week after the platform was disabled following a series of technical issues. So yes, Snype is dead.
That's actually so funny. I mean, all I was going to say is something we didn't even mention because it's almost irrelevant at this point is like, I assume he built out the site in a way to where you could bid in 2 different ways. Like it presented like a Snype bid where it bids at 3 seconds and then a regular bid. But what was happening, I don't know if you saw the same thing, but they both functioned the same way. They both just bid at 3 seconds every time. They weren't even differentiated at all.
That is so funny that Rick is already back to eBay.
Yeah, I wonder what. I mean, I'm assuming the site's just dead then. I mean, I can't imagine it stays up much longer.
Womp womp. Womp womp. Let me in. Let me in. Actually, hang on. Okay, no.
Yeah,
it's not a WordPress site. What's Shopify? No, okay, it's not gonna do that. Fair enough. I had to try. I was curious. I was very curious. Imagine I live hacked the site.
He might be dumb, but he's not that dumb.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Oh my god, you just released 25 people's addresses.
I hope not. That would not be fun.
Do we know if how they were getting the info was just inspect element thing, or was it deeper than that?
I think it literally was like something it was like something that should like a first grader could do. I was going through the information. Okay, by the way, the only technical knowledge required was simply clicking right and hitting inspect or control U, brings up the page search, and yeah, all personal information and proof. Yep, it was there in clear text. So maybe it was on like the actual bidding pages themselves.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So Snype got sniped. Literally, Snype got sniped. I will be sending this article to our group chat momentarily with Lmaos and LOLs. It is actually impressive how much this failed and how quickly this failed. You could not tell me it was good. If this was a speed run, I would say you cheated.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in theory, this is a good idea. Save some money on eBay. You have a giant story, you have a giant like name. You get a lot of submissions. In theory, it was a great idea. It's just probably the worst you could possibly execute it. Like literally the worst.
Could not have happened to a better guy. Worst guy? I don't know how to frame that correctly. Rick has no business doing this.
That's a tough one to differentiate right there.
Yeah, this cannot have happened to a better person. You have no business doing this, Rick. It's just so funny that this is how it played out. Yeah, it's seeing that he already crumbled and failed makes me wonder if this was intentional to get back to eBay, but he also left eBay. So I don't know what was the point of all of this. What was the point of your fucking shitty Instagram page and your marketing of it and texting people? Probably, by the way, the texts that Rick was sending, I think literally were probably, if not manual, then like a very outdated system for sending texts.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is eBay will definitely welcome him back with open arms. I mean, he probably
Of course they
brings
will.
so much
He's
revenue
money.
to him.
Oh, can I win tickets to the big game, by the way? Oh, man, wait, I want to... Hang on.
He has a legal disclaimer. Don't worry, you're safe.
Not the comment. Is it too late to join the giveaways? Snipe's dead. Can I have him?
I'm sorry, Dave. I think Steve Aoki's going to win.
Probably. Also, yeah, Super Bowl is copyrighted, by the way, which is funny. You cannot use that in advertising. But yeah, no, this is done. I don't know what's gonna happen next with something stupid, obviously, and yeah, it was an enjoyable 2 hours sitting there on my computer last week, sniping cards and sending them to the chat and laughing because they were going for like 60% of comps.
Yep. It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun. We always will have those 2 hours of trying to win auctions. Speaking of winning auctions, also this is just funny. So I've started buying on eBay again because, frankly, there's a lot of opportunities to get decent little deals. Now I am practicing what I preach. I've said this a few times on the podcast. I am buying a pretty dog shit quarterback, but at the prices these are currently at, does it even matter? The answer is Anthony Richardson. He's the biggest piece of dog shit. But Gilded 1 of 1, or Eminence 1 of 1, second year, but still for $300. Why not? What is the literal worst thing that could happen to this card? I lose $100.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. He'll be on the last 23.
He's got one more year.
He'll be on the last year of his rookie deal. I think they probably already passed on his 5th-year option. I think it was already due, right?
I think it's due like next year.
I think it's due at the end of your 3rd season. So he'll essentially have 1 year. He's not making a ton of money. The Colts don't have Daniel Jones next year.
They're gonna sign him. They're gonna give him a franchise tag.
Yeah, unless they extend him or tag him or whatever it might be.
I think they should tag him.
Make him play hard again. Do they trade Anthony? Do they keep him as backup? I know he like broke his eye or something, so he hasn't even played for God knows how long. But
he fractured the orbital bone. I think off and this is funny in a bad way. He was like warming up, and one of those. Not rubber band things, but those like band technology things. Yeah. Maybe like the actual string or like that.
Yeah.
Fabric material hit him in the eye and it fractured it, which is terrifying. Yeah, no, this is probably as low as they'll get. I mean, it obviously could go lower, but once again, at $300 all in, who the fuck cares? What
Yeah.
is the literal worst that could happen? I lose $100.
I mean, what comes to mind for me immediately is the Vikings for him.
JJ McCarthy's been really bad. There's no excusing it anymore at this point in time. He's terrible. The Rams can make sense if Stafford retired. He's not going to, but like I always will say that because Stafford is like 38.
I just wonder what the Colts are going to expect to get for them if they do trade him.
Literal conditional like 4th round pick.
But will they though? Or do they value their sunk asset more than that?
I mean, you could keep him around for one more year. You franchise tag Daniel Jones. You could see what happens there, which is not a terrible option either. But then, I don't even think you got a comp pick for him at that point. Then if you just let him walk.
Just like hypothetically, would you rather like send like your 4th round pick for Richardson or draft someone like Joe Milton like in the 4th round and have him for 4 years?
I mean, it depends on who it is. Like,
let's say that exact scenario.
Like, let's look at the 2025 NFL draft. Like, I know Shedeur went in the 5th, and he just won his NFL debut. Did not look great, but like, still.
For what it's worth, 2025 is also like a historically bad quarterback class.
I'll go to 2024 in a second then. But like, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Shuck, or Shalom, whatever. Like, you're playing in like the Jalen Milroe, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Kyle McCord, and Will Howard territory.
That's crazy. There was like 7 quarterbacks drafted the entire draft. That's insane.
Riley Leonard was a 6th rounder. There's more, but like, if you're taking Graham Mertz over Anthony Richardson, I think we're having a different conversation there. Like, go back to 2024. You have.
I think I got Riley Leonard too. It kind of makes him a little more expendable.
Yeah, you have Jaden, Drake May, Malik.
Outside of the 1st round this year, I don't think there were a ton.
So, like, would you rather have Spencer Rattler or AR? I mean, I'd rather have Spencer Rattler.
I'd rather Rattler, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a hard decision. 2023.
We're getting close to Desmond Ridder territory.
Will Levis. Would you rather have Hendon Hooker or AR? I'd rather have Anthony Richardson.
Probably Richardson, just because we haven't seen Hooker much.
Like, Jake Laner is probably out of the league. Stetson Bennett, like, I think he's a 3rd string. Like,
yeah, he's like the Rams 3rd string quarterback, I think.
Like, Aiden O'Connell, like Clayton Tune, DTR. AR sucks. There's no doubting that in my mind. He's a terrible quarterback, but people are still paying for Trey Lance and paying a good amount of money for Trey Lance. Fuck it. I have nothing to lose.
They're hoping Herbert dies.
They literally are. I mean, I don't even know if Riley Leonard, like, I think Leonard would start over AR if they were both healthy right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would.
At least for a bit.
It would be close, yeah. I don't know.
Like, I think you'd have to see what you have in Leonard, and then if he was capable, AR is fully traded or even cut at that point. Like,
yeah.
But, NFL talent is so finicky and weird because Anthony Richardson, like 6'5", 250? How big is Anthony Richardson?
I mean, he's basically like Cam Newton.
Like, he is 6'4", 245. What did he run in his 40-yard dash?
Fast.
6'4", 245, 4.43. That is a player. It doesn't matter about the QB level and skill because there isn't any there. That is a player who will probably have 2 or 3 or 4 options, if not more, and even chances beyond that in the NFL. It does not matter because if you somehow can convince him and show him how to hit and read an NFL defense, there you go. Now, will it happen? I don't fucking think so, but it doesn't matter what I think. That car will be sold
tight end right there, Dave.
What?
I said that's my future tight end right there.
You joke, but like, yeah, that would be if he was a wide receiver. This would be like incredible. It's just so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not one of the worst dudes you could buy a few cards of,
Literally, and it does not matter. Like, if you are willing to lose money, which you're going to anyway, like, why not just try and throw a couple bucks at it? And that's my mentality, and go from there.
Funny enough, another guy I really like down that same vein, and someone on Instagram already is doing this to the maximum extent is Tanner McKee.
Yeah, but like Tanner
He's
McGee
good,
actually like the issue with him is that like people already know that he's capable, but like
he's played like one game and his cards are worth like nothing still.
there were some for like 3 and 4 figures.
Well, yeah, like his best cards, like gold and the black finite and stuff like that.
Dude, an NTRPA of AR to 5 did $500 like a couple days ago.
Dude, oh my god, I meant to text you the other day. I missed it too. There was a Anthony Richardson NT number. Oh wait, is that what you're talking about? The number 5 one?
Yeah, that I was the underbidder.
Yeah, I meant to look at that. I just totally blanked on
wasn't
it.
Nintendo McKee?
It went for like $500, I think.
I know, I was the underbidder. I wanted
McKee.
it. Is it MC that?
No G. Yeah.
Thank you. That's fucking funny that Obsidian is his best one. Now, I mean, it's entirely possible that, like, you know, he probably has Prism stuff and stuff like that, but, like, Obsidian, $1,700. There's Prism Gold, $1,625. Cracked Ice. It's on card. That
I think it should be.
Maybe. Gold vinyl, $1,500, and this was recently. This was last month, $1,500.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming what's his face bought that. Whoever has them all.
Yeah, I mean, could Tanner McKee be an NFL starting QB? I guess so.
He's like low key, like actually good though. Like not even like a weird one.
Well, it's not even that like it's a weird one. It's just like, all right, he maybe will play at some point in time. The Eagles are not incentivized to trade him this year or next year unless they get like a second round pick for him. Could that happen? Maybe. I don't know. But at the same time, I think he played like 3 games in his career.
Yeah, he played decently well, I think.
Yeah, literally 3 games in his career. He started 1, 4 touchdowns, no picks, of course. So really, this is just 2 games. What's your game log? No. How do I see game log?
Right up next to more below 2025 game log.
Yeah, I see it. Give me a second. 2024. So he came in. He came into the Dallas game with 3 of 4 for 2 touchdowns. Hilarious. And then against the Giants last year.
Great organization.
They just fired their defensive coordinator too. 27 for 41, 269, 2 touchdowns. That's fine. That's good. Like, not gonna knock that, but like at the same time, these games did not matter. You brought him in for garbage time, and you beat the Giants.
Hey man, they had their backups playing your starters, which might be the same as their backups. So,
I don't even know who started this game for the Giants. Drew Lock. Oh God.
Wait, what does that mean? Was someone hurt?
I think that might have been so. Jones started the year. We cut him. I think we had DeVito still, and then I guess we played Drew Lock at the end. I think we fucked ourselves on like number 1 pick or something like that, if I recall.
Didn't you have another quarterback too? Russell Wilson, right?
No, this is last year, not this year. I think it was DeVito. It was Tommy DeVito, right. Drew Lock, and Daniel Jones.
Wow, Tim Boyle, there he is.
Did he start a game? No, he came in. Yeah, this is a terrible, terrible team.
That is disgusting. I'm sorry.
No, like, I mean, it happens. Like, and now Daniel Jones has come back to earth a little bit too, which is funny. Like, especially in the last like 3 weeks, he's kind of just been Daniel Jones, which is fine. I hope you sold, like, at this point, because it wasn't like he was that impressive anyway. It's almost like Jonathan Taylor is the main engine that makes that team go. And Jones.
Well, I think what people were excited about was the Colts actually had someone who like wasn't like totally incompetent. You know, he had a little bit of competence there.
Jones is playing well, but there's a level to what well means. His cards should not be selling. for what they were. You kind of know what Daniel Jones is at this point in time of his career. But I also did not like Daniel Jones at all. And then they paid him. And I really didn't like Daniel Jones. And then the bad man was gone, which I am okay
Yeah,
with.
but I mean, he's what? He's on pace for like 4,200 yards, like 26 or 7 touchdowns, 10 picks or so.
It's not
Pretty,
bad.
a
Once
pretty
again,
good
that's
season, honestly. Like, that's pretty respectable.
yeah, and that's literally a career year for him.
So funny, his rookie year was actually quite solid looking at it in only 12 games.
There was a game in Daniel Jones' rookie year where he threw for 6 touchdowns, I think against the Lions. And
That's
like I was
funny.
like, yeah, this
Definitely
is
skews
great,
it a
and
little
like
bit.
he's gonna build off of this. Let's see if I can find it. It was 5. What game was it? Oh, it was 4 touchdowns. Threw 5 against Washington. Like you knock those games out though, and it's just like the Jets actually play well. Jones had promise.
Dang, dude. His second start, he went nuclear in fantasy. 300 yards, 2
Oh
touchdowns,
yeah.
and 2 rushing touchdowns.
This was the game that Saquon got hurt, and they won on a last-second field goal.
Wow,
Remember
you're a
that?
real fan.
I am a Giants fan. Like I know that like there's not much to be happy about ever, but I am a Giants fan. Like Jameis Winston had a receiving touchdown this week, and
What a
that
guy, man. Can we talk about that for a minute?
listen, you named your dog after Jameis Winston, so we can absolutely do that. I only have sexual assault jokes, so
He
you go
is so
first.
fun, man. I would. Oh, the Falcons aren't going to do it because we don't have many picks to begin with, but I would trade like a 3rd or 4th rounder for him to be our quarterback till Penix is healthy next year.
Is Penix gonna miss a lot of time?
No, he just probably won't be ready for the start of training camp, so I would assume he's probably going to take a little bit into the season to be back.
I don't know. It's
If we have
you.
the same coach, which I really won't be happy about, in the same system, they might just throw him back in because it's the same thing. But if we have a new coach and a new OC, I would assume they wouldn't want him to play right away.
No, and what's Kirk Cousins' contract? I think I have another year or two.
So
Right?
Kirk Cousins can get cut, and we save 20-something million this year.
You're cutting him.
Yeah, if he ends up playing well with how bad the quarterbacks are, though, I'm assuming they'll try to maybe rework his deal, but we'll see. It basically causes like a big issue if we keep him though at this point.
Yeah. So you are. I guess you're kind of in play for like a quarterback, but like you might be in play for like
It's like a purgatory. Like we can't get an elite guy because it doesn't make any sense. You still got to see what you have in Penix.
you might
also,
be in play. You might be in play for like Jacoby Brissett, Marcus
Yeah, exactly.
Mariota.
Yeah, that would probably be one of my more ideal guys.
Who else is kind of like one of those like
There's
Tyrod
not many of
Taylor?
them, which is why they're like kind of valuable.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't like Tyrod Taylor, those types, like Mitchell Trubisky.
I mean, Daniel Jones. I mean, like he's probably above that tier, but like he is one of those guys. I mean,
No, Daniel Jones at this point now is going to most likely get the franchise tag. Daniel Jones actually is kind of the Kirk Cousins situation right now, like when he was on the Redskins, Commanders, whatever, where they tagged him, I think twice, and then he went to the Vikings. So I can absolutely see, and I think this is the correct move regardless. The Colts should franchise tag Daniel Jones for $45 million, $50 million, whatever it is, and make him earn a long-term contract. I don't think he's earned a mega deal from this point in time. I think he will try to get a deal similar to what he signed with the Giants, like a 4-year, $160 million deal. I think the Colts would be smart not to pay that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as he doesn't like totally flame out, I would feel pretty okay giving him like a good chunk 2 or 3 year deal.
But like, I would, if I'm a Colts fan and like think Daniel Jones is the guy, I would lead for a franchise tag and make him earn it a second time, and then you talk about it a year from now, because you know
And it's not really too much different, honestly, because the tag for a quarterback's like pretty big.
Yeah, but it's a 1-year thing, so if he flames out, which is entirely possible.
Well, what you could do is you could almost like give him money to the point where it's like a little bit more than a tag, but it's over 2 years.
I mean, if he takes that, you know,
Yeah. So
he's going to.
yeah, it's a tough one because he's playing well for them and he seems like he fits, but it's like wouldn't gamble your whole contractual future like the Giants did on him.
Yeah, that was tough. And what else do we have? We had a lot of interesting games this weekend. There was like 4 or 5 overtime games this past week in the NFL.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of them have been like really crappy, and then they end up being really good.
Yeah, I mean the Giants-Lions game was not what I thought at all. I'm kind of shocked.
Eagles blew a huge lead too.
Yep. Rams beat the shit out of the Bucks. Rams, I think, are
Baker got hurt too.
Baker got hurt. I think the Rams are my team to come out of the NFC this year, which is not shocking. I think I was saying that for a while on the podcast, but I thought they were going to be good. Did the Ravens win yesterday?
NFC West is like really good too.
Okay, the Ravens.
Those teams could win the Super Bowl, I would say.
What'd you say?
I said 3 of the teams in the NFC West could win the Super Bowl pretty easily.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals aren't a joke with Jacoby anymore either. I mean, they're pretty decent.
Okay, so the Ravens won yesterday. Because I've always been kind of on the bandwagon of like Lamar being good, and Lamar actually was not that good.
Lamar looked terrible. They looked not great though. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I mean that's just a better team winning in the end, but like they did not.
Yeah, he looks like his legs are cooked for whatever reason.
I'm getting a little bit older, a little hurt. Like doesn't shock me.
Would you trade Jackson Dart straight up for Lamar in real life?
No, because of the contract.
That's a tough one. I don't know.
Like,
I think you have to.
What's his contract like?
He's still. I mean, Dart's like shown flashes of like
I know that, but like you're also paying Lamar a 5-year, $260 million contract.
Well, that comes with the territory of getting a 2-time MVP quarterback.
But then again, the issue is Kai. His contract next year is $51 million, but you have a possible out after that. Really, it's only a 2-year deal.
You're not cutting Lamar Jackson.
What I'm saying is, it basically is a 2-year, $100 million contract. Do I think the Giants are good enough to win in 2 years?
I mean, theoretically, like if you got him some budget pieces, I mean, who are you spending money on outside of your D line right now? Like no one really, right?
I'll tell you right now.
Your D line, you paid Slayton a little bit. I think Wandale's a free agent, so you're not even going to pay him probably.
The Giants have the 26th. So the Giants are actually spending a lot of cap. Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Bobby Okereke, John Runyon, Russell Wilson, Law, Thibodeau. Yeah. So there's like some stuff here that can be moved around. They have $32 million in dead cap. From what? What do they have dead cap from? I don't know. Yes, you would do it, but this team is not ready to win right now. So it would be fun, but they would go like 10-7 with Lamar.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really necessarily thinking of it from like a would you win everything right now, just like a hypothetical, like would you take Lamar, who you know what you have, or Dart?
I mean, yes, I would take Lamar because Lamar's a future Hall of Famer, but like in
he's
practical
sense, or so, right?
What?
I think he's like 30, right?
He's
29.
He's 28.
Yeah.
In a practical sense, yes, I'll take Lamar. But like when you think about everything else with it and knowing how the Giants are right now, I would not.
Yeah.
He's also, his agent is self-repped. Good job, Lamar.
I think his like mom's his agent or something.
Yeah, I think technically that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you want to talk through?
I feel like we're forgetting something, but not really.
We talked Snype, we talked AR for a bit, we talked some football. The Nets are fucking depressing, and I think the Hawks should trade Trae Young.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against trading Trae as long as the return made sense. I mean, I would keep him if it was like nothing, but yeah, I'm not necessarily opposed. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
It's funny because like LaMelo.
LaMelo's got to get traded.
Allegedly wants out too.
LaMelo has to get traded.
LaMelo, Trae, someone else too allegedly wants out. Ja.
Well, Ja has to go.
Yeah, so I'm saying there's 3 like pretty, good point guards like all that like are floated out there as maybe being available. So it's interesting times.
Yeah, it is.
Other than that, no, anything from you?
No, I think we're gonna take a week or so break with Thanksgiving coming up. Are you traveling for the holidays or no?
Nothing major as of now, but we'll see.
Okay. So we're probably gonna take a week off. If I do a podcast next week, it'll probably just be with a random guest or just myself. We're gonna give Kai a week to go hang out with his puppy. I gotta go take care of mine anyway too. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Next week, hopefully, we don't have another auction house crashing. Which, listen, there's been
basically
one
break now.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, love of the game ceases to exist. And goodbye.